I'm happy for everyone who showed up today. And of course, we're gonna keep it in English because as from the Albanian hospitality, which you can tell best, we have to respect our guests and also those who are gonna understand us fully on what's Kosovo about and also how we are evolving into this type of crypto space. Before we start with everything, I have some interesting, discussions to make, mostly general discussions that I want to have into this panel today. It's worth to mention that as soon as we announced Block Talk, Ethereum started moving. Actually, everyone was thinking that Ethereum is dead already, but Ethereum started moving. Bitcoin is over 100K, and it seems like Block Talk is becoming a bullish event for crypto, right? So we are having the vibes, and also it's going great on the hands of the support from the community. Without as you guys know already, we have Memli, Mr. Krasniqi, which is a big supporter of everything that it happens on the crypto community in Kosovo, and also a big supporter of the youth for pushing those type of narratives around the whole global market. And also my guy Sandro, who is coming especially from Croatia. He's the reason why this all happened, and also is the reason why you guys are getting spam with notification from Binance every time to join different type of competition and all of those stuff. Please, huge applause for Sandro, and he's our main guy in Balkans for Binance. Okay, I'm going to start with Sandro, having that type of discussion. It's for your first time in Pristina, right?
Yeah, hi guys, really happy to be here and to see this amazing support. I was really blown away when arriving to Pristina for the first time. Shine really did an amazing introduction for all of you and explained me a bit how you are already adopting crypto and how many actually opportunities are here in Kosovo and Pristina specifically. So I'm really looking forward to come again and to grow Kosovo with you guys. Thank you.
Love it. Let's go. Memli, when you first started, because you were a group of friends who first started crypto, and also experimented in the blockchain, and I was blown away when we had the first discussion, with Memli about crypto and everything else. Have you envisioned this type of audience back in the days, and also this type of adoption that's going to happen in crypto in Kosovo? Or what was the vision that you had?
Sean, thank you again. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be in Block Talk. This is amazing, and I addressed this I think very shortly in my opening remarks. Back in 2014, 15, and 16, where we actually decided for the first time that we found a friendly way to invest and buy some Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin and Ripple back then, because basically these were the only assets that you could trade more or less. It was almost impossible to envision that something like this will happen in a short time span, because at the end of the day, this is less than 10 years. And I am amazed by the growing community that comes every month, every year in Kosovo and in Balkans in general. So yes, we were just a few. I'm not sure if I told the story last year. One of my friends who will be one of your speakers tomorrow, Memli, another crypto OG, which we decided on the first time to invest together in 2016. He took a loan, and all of our other friends were talking behind his back, saying, he's probably crazy. He has gone mad because he's taken a loan to invest in crypto, and this was this magical internet money that nobody believed in, apart from few, obviously. So we tried to hang around with those people that actually understood and believed in the blockchain technology and believed in the future of crypto. So yeah, it was not easy, but I think we were more successful than the non-believers. So today I'm pretty sure, particularly the youth and the new generation, we are much higher in numbers than the non-believers, and that's what matters.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because the thing is that we are envisioning Kosovo becoming a crypto hub, and that's our ultimate goal. As for all the activities, as non-profit activities that we are having continually, and also, contributing to all the ecosystem and buildings that are in Kosovo, which is something that you should believe first, and see the results after. Sandro, as you saw till now in Pristina, because it was too nice, last night we were on the Innovation Center of Kosovo, which huge shout out to Innovation Center of Kosovo for hosting a kickoff, event for Blog Talk Pristina. We have Shkelqim there as well, which is a great friend of ours and also a huge supporter. What do you think about Pristina and Kosovo till now as a potential crypto hub of Balkans to start with, and also continuing with maybe Iran?
Yeah, for sure. Yesterday was really interesting for me because it was unusual, to be honest, because usually when we come to these kind of gatherings, people usually have basic questions. Hey, how can I join the Indo program in Binance? How can I work in Binance and so on? But yesterday we heard amazing and quite a lot of technical questions. And you can really see that people are tech savvy here. We can see that from the growing industry here as well. But those type of technical questions you don't hear usually. So I was really amazed and happy to see the level of knowledge and level of interest from the community in Kosovo. And I think once you guys figure out your position and structure it, and from a geographical standpoint, you are the heart of Balkan region. So I personally do believe that you have great advantage to be a crypto hub here.
I love it. That's the vibes that we need. That's the motivation as well. Memli, as you who know the mindset and mentality of our Kosovan people already, what do you think that are the best trends that we have right now, even for the youth and also as from country-wise and adoption-wise?
I truly believe that we have all the ingredients necessary for Kosovo to become a crypto hub for Southeast Europe to begin with. First, we are the youngest nation in Europe. We have the biggest percentage of youth as part of our population. But further than that, our young people are very tech savvy, as Sandro has seen in the last couple of days. We have the highest internet penetration rate with quality broadband forever, 99% of the country. And this has helped over the years. This tech savviness and the interest of people in the ICT sector in general. So the youth, the access, it's a very important ingredient. Second, we have to give credit to the ICT sector. You mentioned the Kosovo Innovation Center. They have played an important role. So many hugely important companies have been incubated there and have grown to be also global brands. But beyond that, the private sector. I've seen some old friends that have done amazing things in the ICT sector who are important not only for Kosovo ecosystem, but they have been offering and selling their services globally all over the world. And I think that their experience, their know-how is very important second ingredient. The third ingredient, I think among the most important, is the position, the institutional support for the system. So now we have legislation in place. I was explaining this to KK earlier. We have a very advanced law on crypto assets, but it needs to have further sub-legal acts, such as administrative instruction and regulations in place, which I hope, if this stalemate that you know all about gets resolved somehow, that we will be able to have some normality and that the Central Bank of Kosovo and other institutions do their job and finalize the crypto legislation. Now these put together, I think, with a great push and with the inspiration that also comes from such events as this. I was happy to hear that Binance is also having another meetup later this year. All of this will be inspirational, and I think will have an important push forward to try to achieve this dream of becoming a crypto hub for the Balkans and beyond.
love it. Like that's what was the vision. Like and also the enthusiasm of all our community to start with, and also we know that there are a lot of other communities. Like small group of people who trade together, not on the like on the most mainstream way possible, but they still like hang out and also have those type of communities that are onboarding and also talk on continually about crypto.
Can I
Yeah.
jump with the side question? Do you have maybe a timeline and some vision when you think this could all happen?
Well, I'm already late in my vision. I was hoping that this would have already happened in the last few years, but some things don't depend on just wishes and dreams and even work. But I think it's very important to look as a guy that has full belief in blockchain technology and decentralized technologies. I was in the beginning very anti-regulation. But over the years, due to so many problems that we all have experienced or the world has experienced, the community at large, we know that there needs to be some regulation. It needs to be flexible, but we need regulation from the states, from the state actors. Now, this is a nascent industry, obviously. It has been around for a decade or so, so we are learning by doing. And what we're trying to do is also look at the best examples in our continent, but also beyond. And I think we have the capacity and the audacity to be able to do things that are more courageous than some other countries, and that would definitely be able to create an environment which would make it possible for Kosovo to become a hub. Now, if I was to propose a timeline, I'm pretty sure this, given the fact that I mentioned, I'm pretty sure this can happen in the next 2 to 3 years. But the most important ingredient for the third aspect that I mentioned is a crypto-friendly government. If you have a government that actually is not afraid, if you have a central bank that doesn't go out and publishes like they used to in the past, warnings for people at large that you should not invest in crypto because these are dangerous whatevers, I think that we can do it. But it will depend if we will have a pro-crypto government or not. And that definitely will depend if it's going to be 2, 3 years or 5 or 6.
Thank you so much.
Good job. To jump back on that, Memli, how do you see the will of the like deputies in parliament and also the like the institutions about supporting like crypto adoption in Kosovo? Will at all? Like
One thing that I do sometimes every year after the anti-corruption agency publishes our assets, which by law we are obliged to declare every year, I asked someone in my staff to see if there are new MPs that have declared their crypto assets. Unfortunately, there are not so many. I have been, and I say this with pride, I have been the first one to declare them and to try to push the anti-corruption agency to have some framework how to declare them. I have also been the first one to pay taxes on crypto, just because I wanted to push the tax authority to do something about it, which they did after. So now in the parliament, I'm pretty sure you have more than one. One being me, obviously, but there are more than one that have crypto assets, and I'm pretty sure they will start to declare them from time to time. There are a few that have declared them already. So I mentioned this for one simple fact, because if they have crypto assets, then they trust. They have trust. They believe in the industry. And then I can see that beyond political party lines, I can see them as allies. And I'm pretty sure that we will be able to sway those that are, let's say, undereducated with regards to crypto to be on our side. The important fact that is that the law has been passed. Now we need the sub-legal acts to be friendly, easy, flexible, and not restrictive. That is very important.
Exactly, because we also were talking with KK the other night, like on different type of strategies on how we want, like to push those type of like flexible regulations, and also how it can be constructed on the best way possible to be even attractive for those who are going to come and build and open maybe their foundation or companies in Kosovo, which is crucial for government support, which that's exactly what's what needs to be pushed. But exactly to go back on at Sandro, how are you seeing on other regions the crypto adoption? As you're responsible for all the Balkan countries, how is going with all the regions besides Kosovo now? Let's talk about others as well.
Well, the Balkan region is very diverse, especially in the terms of regulations and our position here. So I would say that really from coming yesterday and talking with a lot of local people here and users, Kosovo is, and I think KK shared crucial numbers, because if you look at the penetration of crypto per other countries, it's not even close to Kosovo numbers. So I think that's the proof of what you guys are really doing great and how are you growing. So I'm beyond amazed with all the hard work and all the great minds that are here. I know that you told me that you have a lot of outsourcing of brains here, but I would like to see more of them staying here and working locally. I know that we all dream to act globally, but we need to really start acting locally and pushing our region first, and then of course success will come on the global level as well.
Exactly. If you want to change the world, we need to start with the narrower first. I like to do the most.
No, but I think Sandro has a really great point here. We need to have locally grown projects that may work also internationally. You just introduced to me Chain Intellect. I think that's a homegrown project that has international potential. There are areas in blockchain technology which we can explore, and I'm pretty sure only in this room I can see a few people that I know, and probably there are much more that I don't know personally, that have the know-how, that have the potential and the experience in blockchain technology, in development, in programming. And there are areas which we should probably be able to utilize in Kosovo because of the setup of a country, like remittances, for example. I'm surprised that we don't have a blockchain project for a platform that would utilize the remittances, because we all know about 50% of our GDP comes from remittances from our diaspora. So a lot of money is going through traditional channels, and why not use crypto and blockchain to get some, if not all, of that money to go through this potential platform. Or the second one, which I'm pretty sure it's easier to try in a smaller market such as Kosovo, and I think in Albania they're trying to do something, is tokenizing real estate. There's so much construction going on around Kosovo, and let's just say that the prices are not really cheap. And tokenizing this industry, piloting a project in that area would definitely be something which I believe will have potential. So if these two would be done in a smaller market such as Kosovo and be proved to work, I'm pretty sure, the region could be the next step, and the continent the third.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think of the real estate prices. For where I'm coming from, this is the, let's say, perfect investment market. And I think, okay, for your position, maybe it's not cheap, but you go outside of Kosovo, then it's probably much cheaper than in other countries. So I really see great potential, great investment opportunities for Kosovo.
Exactly, and Sandro last night was telling me that I'm looking forward to move and buy some properties here, because he found out the prices. But just like you were saying, as for real estate and RWA, as which is being called right now on the space, we have a project which they are also going to talk on the one of the panels. They are trying some great stuff, like a decentralization of investments into real estate, which it can work perfectly also, just like we have a case example of Sandro here that it thinks that it's cheap compared to other countries. And now that we know that Kosovo is on transition, is being built, rapidly, there's some great opportunities of investments, even from outsiders, and making it possible to invest to a decentralization way. That will be even perfect, it would be way more perfect. So that's a crazy discussion. I didn't even plan this type of discussion to have with you guys. But the thing is that now that we are seeing, also you mentioned Albania. What are the things that are going in Albania? Because we are one nation, you know, like same people, same type of blood that it also raised. But well, how do you see Albania as evolving in crypto as you talking about?
Albania, to be honest, I was fighting for Albania. So Albania joined under Balkan countries only at the beginning of this year. So Albania is kind of specific, especially with the regulations that they have, and actually by the end of this month, I will have first opportunity ever to come to Albania, to Tirana, and to participate in the similar event like this. So. Albania was always really strong country in terms of all kinds of investments, growth, IT, and everything you can imagine. Tirana specifically is like a small Las Vegas, Monte Carlo, whatever you prefer. It's a really similar story to Kosovo in a way, so I'm really excited to deep dive more into Albania and see what actually we can expect from this mine.
Love. Memli, what would you suggest to our guests that are in Kosovo right now? Because we also have Win, which is one of our closest partners. He came out from Australia directly, you know, like for the conference and everything. I would love a huge applause for Win if you guys have that left. You know, like he's one of the guys that he's staying for us, you know, like for the last 6 days. What would you suggest to tourists that come to Kosovo to maybe visit and also see the, you know, like potential of becoming something more interesting for them in the future?
Look, tourists, I tell them go to Prizren and enjoy the place. I think it's the most beautiful city, and coming from someone who's Pristina Ali, it's not always easy, but yes, Pristina has bigger potential, but it's yet to be fulfilled. No, but jokes aside, if we have people that are in this in a crypto industry, in the sphere, I think the most important thing is to meet you guys, to meet people like you, to meet crypto Albanians, to meet the ICK, to meet people that have been in the trenches from the beginning, that have been developing, that have been discussing, that have been onboarding people, you know, that have been putting out videos out there. Because at the end of the day, I think that is the actual soul of the community. You need to talk to the people that are actually living and breathing every day within this community, and they are the best representatives. I think all of you are very inspirational at the end of the day, because you have inspired others, and you will keep on inspiring others even if they come from abroad.
Thanks a lot. And now I want to ask Sandro a question, because we have a lot of youths who are driven, you know, also to build careers on crypto, you know, like not only just to trade and stuff. What are the opportunities for, I'm talking now regional opportunities from Binance Balkan, for someone from Pristina, Kosovo to start build a career, you know, like in Binance through Binance Balkans, you know, like what are the possibilities for that, for someone who is talented and also looking forward to grow yourself into crypto world?
I think really, and to be perfectly honest, possibilities are here endless. Crypto is made to be open to everyone. We at Binance, our primary goal is to bring freedom of mind to every single human being possible. So I think if you are hard worker, if you are hardcore, if you are able and willing to learn, to adapt to the ever-changing and growing market, there is a never-ending story for you, and success maybe will not come in one day, because I speak a lot with community members, and they always ask me, what should I invest in? What should I do? I need my Lambo the next day. These are not the cases, and it's like 0.00 some percent that we see the case in that. But if you really deep dive and I like how you use the trenches. And going to trenches, success will come, guys. And we really love to see local builders like you and people who really try and invest their time, money as well in the whole ecosystem and try to grow. But I think the most important thing for builders is to help other people in the terms of education and to try to produce products that are really tangible and that can be used across the region globally or however you want to put it.
Love it, love it. Another question, because quick one, because we had last night we were talking on the Innovation Center of Kosovo about how Binance is pushing builders as well. You know, like what type of institutional, are taken care of, also participating on Binance as supporting startups and also making sure for them to grow. What if a builder builds in Kosovo, let's say, like a software engineer or whatever that it can be, builds a huge product, a solution for any type of problem, but it doesn't have the right resources, to push it forward. What would you suggest, to go towards pushing those type of startups? And I'm talking about Binance-wise, what would you suggest for them to be guided to?
I think not everything is in the resources. I think our region really misses the firstly transparency part.
Exactly.
And I think that's crucial for any type of growth. So I would like to always see the team behind the project, the community behind the project. If you have these ingredients all put together, then everyone will support you, not only Binance, but you will get, your doors will be open to the whole world. So I think transparency and unfortunately, in our region, in comparison with others, we really had so much scam attempts. People were losing so much money, and I think that if we push from that way to the transparency way and be more open personally, all doors are open.
So this means get educated first, know how to gather all the dots in one place and go for it, right? Love it. Okay, Memli, as one of the crypto OGs in our country, what would be your advice for all the youths that are just getting started or just started trading or participating in crypto? I know that is a hard one, but you can do it.
Look, no, I think educate yourself, learn more.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Binance Academy has been around for a long time, and KK mentioned it, and I've seen videos over the years there. There's so many good things that you can learn there. Just the idea behind crypto. What is blockchain? How does it work? What are the exchanges? What are the coins? I mean, what is Bitcoin first and foremost? Because I think that's the holy grail, and then everything else is on the other side in my book. So I think it's important for them to educate and not FOMO, because FOMO is the enemy of success. Has always been. I mean, we will try it. We will, ruin our wallets at some point because of FOMO, and particularly now with all the meme coins and all the pump.fun idiocies. I think people need to be careful. And my only advice has always been: don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing. Don't invest more than you can actually afford to lose, and you can live comfortably. So if it's 100 euros that you can lose and continue your life, invest that 100. But don't take it out alone like my friend Gab did, although I supported him back then. And it paid off in a way, but it was a huge gamble back then. It was 100% trust, but I wouldn't advise that to anyone.
I appreciate it. Same goes with you, Sandro.
I can only echo. I think education is the most important part here, and I think people really need to understand their position, because me personally, I'm a terrible trader. But I'm a great long-term investor.
Yeah.
And I think not everyone needs to be trader in the crypto space.
Exactly.
We can be investors. We can be smart and play for the long run. The price will come.
Love it. With that being said, I thank you guys for having the time to participate in this panel. It was my absolute pleasure to moderate this whole panel. I'm not the best on it, you know, like, but I'm trying my best. You know, like,
You're great. You're great.
I appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who had also the urge to listen to this whole panel, also those discussions and also those advice, great advice coming from both guys who are experienced on this field. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I would wrap this panel up to continue with all the panels, like all the ways to do that.
Thank you.